Beverly Hillbillies Facts and Trivia. Appreciate you being here. Before we get started, if you're new, I'd ask you to please subscribe. Please share these out on your Facebook page. And if you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. Give us a like over here. Thank you. Not feeling well, so we're going to get right to this. And it's kind of an interesting one today. Who played Jethro in the 1981 reunion movie after Max Baer declined to appear? Let's see. Surprising choice was cast as Jethro for 1981's TV movie The Return to the Beverly Hillbillies, after Max Baer Jr. was the only surviving member who declined to return. If you're a fan, and if you're here, why wouldn't you be, then you know the name Max Baer Jr., but do you know the name Ray Young? Born in May 9th, 1940 in Kansas City, the late Ray Young is known for Police Story and Coffee, as well as Hunter's Blood. Yet before he died in 1999 in L.A., Young would take on one of his more high-profile roles, and it was all thanks to Max Baer Jr.'s peculiar way of living. In 81, fans saw the return of their favorite backwoodsers for the return of the Beverly Hillbillies. The made-for-TV movie saw iconic Buddy Ebsen return as Jed, Donna Douglas as Ellie Mae, and Nancy Culp would also return as Jane Hathaway. Tragically, Irene Ryan would have already passed away in 1973, well before the film's production. But where was Max Baer Jr., as everyone's favorite goober? Jethro, I mean, besides Goober Pyle. As the story goes, actor Max Baer Jr. refused to return, as much of the original cast had already passed on. With him unwilling to star, producers needed to stand in for Jethro, enter Ray Young for the movie The Return to the Beverly Hillbillies. In the TV movie, Ray Young steps into the famous role of Jethro Bodine to very mixed results. The film follows Jed Clampett as he and his backwoods family help solve an energy crisis in their own rustic way for the Beverly Hills neighborhood they still cannot adjust to. In truth, a more apt title for this much maligned spinoff would be The Return of the Beverly Hillbillies, sort of, as one IMDb reviewer puts it. Apart from horrible and 100% unfunny writing, it's pointless to even consider doing a reunion when so many of the original cast were either dead, which were Raymond Bailey and Irene Ryan, or refused to become involved, which is Max Baer Jr., or just looked dead due to the wooden performance, Buddy Ebsen. But the writers, being clever blokes, thought no one would mind if they had double pretend to be Jethro, looking much like Bela Lugosi's double in Plan 9 from Outer Space, and substitute Granny with Imogene Coca, who was billed as Granny's Mall, and by my calculation, she would have been at least 150 years old, give or take a few decades. Apparently, CBS had no faith in Ray Young's portrayal of Jethro either. In the special's marketing, Young as Jethro is completely out of the picture. The network trailer for the Beverly Hillbillies Return is a prime example. Honestly, it all begs the question, why even bother? Max Baer Jr. certainly thought so and kept his distance from the project altogether. And honestly, who blames him? I did see the movie. I was very disappointed in the movie. I'm sorry, it was terrible. It's worth seeing just to see the three surviving members get back together for it. But anyway, like I say, I'm not feeling my best, so I want to end it here. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. And I'm sorry this one is so short. Have a great day. God bless. I'll be praying for you.